Hi, I have something I'd like to share. I stumbled across a video of someone talking about gratitude and to say that it's a frequency that makes life becomes meaningful and you appreciate everything in life. And I want to share a little bit about that because today is my resting day. I wasn't I try not to rush in the morning, I try to have slow morning. So this morning I got up. I sat on a chair where I got direct sun from the window in my bedroom. So I sat there and I thought, I have this book with me for over a year now. And what is this book? I'm gonna show you. This gratitude and affirmation book. What I wrote in here is three things I'm grateful for, three affirmations for the day. I normally write the same thing every day, but for gratitude, I would not just write it down. I would write it down first, and when I read through them after I wrote it down, I would kind of embody the actual feeling of what I wrote. So normally I would write I am happy, and I would try to embody the happiness feeling in myself. And I said I'm happy and thankful. So the feeling of thankful, I will embody that feeling, whatever it is. So the whole sentence would be I'm happy and thankful for everything I have. And so after writing that down, the feeling of what I would do is try to embody the happy feeling, the thankful feeling of everything that I have, literally everything, the life, the food, the roof over my head, the comfortable clothes that I have, the quiet and slow morning that I receive every day, the life without rushing, the meaningful, like every single thing in my life, I would try to embody the grateful feeling of those things. And I was writing this down under the sun, under the morning sun. And then after that, I meditate for 5 minutes, more embody to the vision that I want to create in my life. So I want to talk about gratitude because I used to be someone who overlooked writing something down on the notebook. I used to be like, why? I started to do this, I think about a year ago, but a year ago I was like very consistent. I wrote down every single day, every morning. But I went through something very heavy last year, so it was unable to be productive or try to keep the routine. And so I removed myself from that situation. And it's been a few months since then. And today is finally the day that I felt like I'm ready to go back to this. And so it's like a natural feeling, that also means that I'm aligning with my goal and purpose and what I'm supposed to do, in a day-to-day basis. Anyway, so about the gratitude, I wanted to share some small insight. What is gratitude means to me. You ever seen like coins or a cash on the floor, or like in the console of your car, or on the rug, or on a random table in your house that you didn't even thinking about picking it up or collecting them into a small container? You just leave them scattered everywhere. I used to be like that. I didn't think I'm not going to use coin. It's heavy. I don't like to carry it. I don't, But when I start to learn about gratitude, I I changed my behaviors because from what I learned. It was, how are you going to be ready to receive something bigger and much more if you don't even care the smallest things that is already surrounding you? And that doesn't just cover the coins and the cash on the floor, but it also send a signal or message to the universe or to your higher self that you are not ready for more. It becomes bigger than just small coins in the corner of the house that you've been overlooked for weeks or hell years. You never picked it up, you never thought about collecting it. You don't even have to spend them, but just you left them scattered. And I'm saying this because I used to be like that. That is exactly what I did. And since I learned about being grateful about the smallest thing I have, it makes me look at the world and my life differently. For example, I I wouldn't enjoy cooking. For example, I wouldn't even give it a try because why? I make money. I have money. I can buy whatever I want, and sometimes I spend way too much on food. And so realizing that if you don't if you don't appreciate something small that you can create, something small that you can appreciate, then you're not ready for something bigger. It made me open my eyes and wanted to learn how to cook because honestly, started cooking, you save tons of money. Even though saving money isn't the purpose of you learning how to cook, but you save more than half of the money you spend. And that was the result of me, learning to be grateful for the smallest thing, like learning how to cook small food or easy food that I already enjoy. This might not okay, this cooking metaphor is not probably clear enough, but you understand what I'm trying to say, right? It's also the same thing about receiving something small when you expect something big. As a content creator, when you create content like I do, I create content and sometimes I don't get a lot of views. Actually, a lot of the times because I'm in the beginning stage of my journey. But when I when I'm not grateful for the views or the likes or the small comments or the small saves that I got from my content, my videos, if I don't appreciate those little things, I'm not ready for bigger things. I am not ready for bigger, lots of more views, more likes, more people interacting with my videos. Why? Because when you're not appreciating something small that you already have, when you receive more bigger things, you will overlook it. You will still feel like you're not successful. You still feel like you're not doing enough. You still feel like you need more. You always need more. You always want more views when you have like two times more than when you first started, but it's not enough. You want more, you want more. But what I learned from being grateful for what I have is to appreciate every small things, every little things that happen in my life. For example, I might expect a sunny day because I want to go outside, grab a coffee or a tea, or just explore town, right? But then I woke up and it's very cloudy, maybe even raining at some point, right? Instead of waking up and be like, oh, today is such a bad day. It's so dark. Like I don't, I it's ruined all my plan. Instead of looking at it like this, I looked at it as the weather is actually nice because without the sun, it's not hot, especially in Thailand. Like in summer, it's very, very hot, right? So with the sun away for today and I got the clouds instead, I don't need to stay in the AC all the time. I can just be in the living room without the AC, just one fan, and I'm fine. I got wind blows from outside. I got the breeze. I got the chill weather. I got a better weather. And I look at it as, well, I guess today I'm just gonna rest. Then instead of trying to be productive, going outside, living the life. I can still living life in my own house. And think of it like that. Well, actually, this is not just an example. It's actually the thing that actually happened today. This is an example that just happened today. That's why I'm in my pajamas and I'm telling you that I'm actually resting today, because I plan to go out today. I actually want to go to the bookstore, seeing some new books. But with the weather, I feel like let's just rest, because I also noticed that I woke up a little bit tired and not sure what happened, but I took this opportunity as the day for recovery. Well, if the sun is not out and it's pretty cloudy, maybe it's gonna rain. Let's let's turn a productive day into a rest day that is also productive. How is it gonna be productive when you're resting? Because when you rest, you restore, not restore, you recharge your energy, right? As an introvert, we need lots of recharge. So another thing that why rest is also productive is that, as you can see right now, I'm actually sharing my experience and what I learned about gratitude. This is productive because instead of going outside, sit somewhere and create some contents or talking about something, I chose to allow myself to rest due to the weather, because I'm grateful for this weather. I'm grateful that maybe today is not the day for going out. Maybe it's also okay to stay home. And actually, I'm enjoying this resting, and I'm enjoying it even more now because I get this perspective shift about gratitude and I'm sharing it with you guys. So rest is also productive. That's going to be a topic for another video. But hey, become grateful for the little thing. If you want pizza, right? But your mom cook, like, I don't know, something easy that you can eat, maybe just an omelet, and you like, instead of being like, I don't want omelet, I want pizza. Can we go get pizza? And maybe instead of doing that, learn to appreciate, because she doesn't have to make you omelet. Maybe she's terrible at cooking and she's not confident in making something else for you, and maybe she doesn't have the money to get pizza for you. And maybe omelet is the only thing that she knows how to cook and you used to love it, so this is the thing that she you know take the time to do it for you. So when you are more grateful for the things, for the small things, you will see this perspective that I just mentioned. You know, the things about your mom, the finances, she only know how to cook this, and she wanted you to have something to eat instead of starve, or instead of paying extra for something like you want. And maybe pizza is for another day. Maybe tomorrow you get a bonus, and or you work overtime and you make a little bit more money that could afford that pizza without feeling like you need to rely on someone to do it for you, and when they don't do it you get upset. Something like that. So even though it's not a sunny day, it's still a really good day with a really good weather. We got breezes coming in and out. It's a really good day. I haven't sweat. Somewhere in Thailand you sweat. You would. But I haven't today. And today is so productive and I feel so good today. And yeah, if you want to try, pick up a small notebook. It doesn't have to be big, just small notebook, and write down three things that you're grateful for. I used to do it first thing in the morning and before I go to sleep. But recently I only stuck with the morning routine. So try it. It could be the smallest thing ever. Like maybe you woke up and you had a really good sleep, right? And you said, I'm happy and thankful for the best night I had last night. That could be something. Or you woke up and you're feeling so fresh today, like you're ready to start the day, like you're all fired up, like you wanted to do something productive, right? You have the energy that you haven't felt in so long. You could write that down and say, I'm happy and thankful for this amazing amount of energy that I felt right after I woke up. I'm going to do something productive with it. You could do that. Also, another thing about writing down gratitude is you could write it down as a not as a manifestation, but as something you want to happen on that day. For example, you might wake up a little bit moody, like, oh, I didn't get enough sleep last night. I'm feeling kind of tired. Maybe you write down something like, I am happy and thankful, and I am happy and thankful that I feel so good after drinking the cup of coffee from my favorite store. You might not feel good right away, but if you love coffee and you love your favorite coffee shop, with you saying that or writing that down, it's actually make you feel better a little bit. And when you write everything down and you try to feel that that uh that flip of energy, that after I had this coffee from my favorite shop, I'm going to feel so much better than right now. Just feel feel that feeling that you write down on that book. And then what you do is you literally go to that favorite coffee shop of yours and get that coffee and enjoy that moment, enjoy that coffee. Or it could be something else. I used to have like a back pain, and I always write it down, writing things down, and like, I feel better about my back today. Even though I'm still really in pain when I'm writing it down. When you write down something that is opposite of what you're feeling, it makes you feel a little bit better, because it's not like you're lying to yourself, but it's more like you actually try to feel the opposite feeling, which is a good feeling of what you're feeling right now. It actually makes you feel better. Because I do this all the time. When I'm upset about something, when I'm unhappy about certain things, I would either write it down and embody the opposite feeling, or I would flip it in here, shifted the focus, shifted the belief, and focus on something that is bigger than just the miserable feeling I'm feeling right now. Focusing on something that give me energy, something that makes me feel like I want to live. I want to get up, get dressed, live today to the fullest, things like that. So the more you do it, the more it becomes easier. In the beginning, you would like forget to be grateful about small things, but the more you do it, the more it becomes easier. And before you notice, you become someone who enjoy the little thing, the little things. You enjoy the little moments. You enjoy even the things that you used to hate, you know? And it will also become easier to shift your mindset from focusing on the negative thing onto something that is positive. So that's what I want to share for today. And I need to talk about this because I literally just did this morning, and I randomly found someone else talking about this too, and I felt the inspiration to talk about this because it's something that I've been doing for so long, and I want to share in case you guys want to give it a try. Trust me, it actually works. And I mean, I'm not promising that you're gonna feel better right away, but it's something to try if you never. I mean, why not, right? Thank you so much for staying until the end. I hope you guys having a great day. Even though it doesn't go as planned, it's still the best day nonetheless. Look for the positive thing that happened on that day. Even though it doesn't go as planned, there are a few there are a few good things that happened that day. Thank you so much.